Unit second, gaseous state second, or you can call it as critical phenomenon. We have already discussed gaseous state first. Then in continuation of this gaseous state first, here we start with the gaseous state second. We have discussed the properties, various properties of gases, that they have definite and neither definite volume nor definite shape. They are highly compressible, likewise. Now, it is observed that in case of gases, the intermolecular forces of attraction are weakest. In case of liquid, it is stronger than the gases, and in case of solids, it is strongest. Now, gases can be liquefied either by applying high pressure or by lowering the temperature, that is by cooling the gas. Or it can be liquefied by the combination of two. By the combination of two means that we keep on lowering the temperature as well as keep on going on increasing the pressure. So, for liquefaction of gases, two factors, that is temperature and pressure, they play important role for their liquefaction. However, it is observed that temperature has much more effect on liquefaction of gases as compared to pressure. And then by the various experiments, it is found that a gas can be liquefied by applying a pressure at a particular temperature. However, it is observed that if the temperature of the gas is above a particular temperature, then howsoever high pressure may be applied, but it can't be liquefied. Hence, for every gas, there is a particular temperature above which that gas cannot be liquefied, and that temperature is known as critical temperature. So, we start with the definition of critical temperature. Critical temperature of a gas may be defined as that temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied, howsoever high pressure may be applied on the gas, and it is usually denoted by Tc. Now, the minimum pressure required to liquefy the gas at the critical temperature is called critical pressure, and it is usually represented by Pc. Then the volume occupied by 1 mole of the gas at critical temperature and critical pressure is called critical volume, and that is represented by Vc. Remember, a particular gas at STP conditions or STP conditions, 1 mole of a gas will have a definite volume, and that is 22.4 liter. However, here this volume of 1 mole of a gas is not under critical temperature, not under NTP or STP conditions, but that is under critical temperature and critical pressure conditions, and therefore it is called as critical volume. Now, the critical temperature, critical pressure and critical volume of a gas collectively together are called critical constant of the gas. That is critical temperature Tc, critical pressure Vc and critical volume Vc. These three values together are known as critical constants. For example, for carbon dioxide gas, critical temperature is 31.1 degrees Celsius, critical pressure is 72.9 atmospheric pressure, and critical volume, that is when the pressure of the gas is kept at 72.9 atmosphere and temperature is kept at 31.1 degrees Celsius, then 1 mole of carbon dioxide will have a volume of 95.65 centimeter cube per mole. Then, after the definition of these critical temperature, critical pressure and critical volume, we move to the measurement of critical constant, that is measurement of critical temperature, critical pressure and critical volume. Now for the experimental measurement, this topic is not much important. However, that is included in the syllabus. We will discuss this. Experimental measurement of critical temperature and critical pressure is carried out together, and for measurement of critical volume, another separate experiment is to be carried out. So for measurement of critical temperature and critical pressure, a concept that is used that the measurement of critical temperature is based upon the observation that when a liquid is heated in a closed space, the surface of separation between the liquid and the vapor disappears at a definite temperature, and on cooling the surface of separation reappears at the same temperature. The temperature at which this occurs is the critical temperature, and the pressure so applied to make the process that the two phases disappears, that pressure will be known as critical pressure. What happens actually when we take gas in a closed vessel and then rather we take a liquid in a closed vessel and then it is heated, temperature is increased, then some of the molecule will goes into the vapor phase, and we can observe the liquid phase as well as vapor phase separately. However, as we go on increasing the temperature, then a stage or a temperature will be reached when the two phases, that is liquid phase and the vapor phase, they merge into each other and the surface of separation disappear. And as and when this surface of separation disappear, we note down the temperature and then stop heating and start cooling. When we start cooling or lower the temperature, then again we observe that the two phases, that is liquid and vapor phase, again starts appearing. We note down that temperature also. Means first we note the temperature at which the liquid phase and vapor phase disappear or they merge into each other, and then another temperature, that the temperature at which the two phases reappears, we note down that temperature. Usually these two temperatures should be same, or if there is some difference, then the mean of the two temperature is taken, and that will be the critical temperature. Now for experimental measurement, the experimental setup is shown in the diagram. The apparatus used for measurement of critical temperature is shown on the next page. It consists of a glass bulb A. This is glass bulb A, and here it is liquid, and then it is connected to a manometer M. From here we can have inlet for hot water which slowly heated this liquid so that that liquid can be converted into the vapor, and from here this is the outlet for water. So this is as a whole is called as heating jacket, in which there is inlet of hot water and then outlet of water is also there. So initially when we start heating or hot water is circulated in this heating jacket, then this liquid phase will be separate and this vapor phase will be separate. We will observe two phases, and as we go on increasing the temperature, then these two phases merge into each other and only a single phase will be there, and we will note down that temperature, that is the temperature at which the two phases disappears. And then we start cooling, that we stop the inlet of hot water, and once again the vapor phase and liquid phase reappears and we note down that temperature also. So the mean of the two temperature will give you the critical temperature Tc. The pressure in the manometer, you can note down the pressure that this is the upper end and this is the lower end. The difference of the two in the manometer will give you the pressure which is being applied to carry out this process. And that pressure, we note down at both the stages the pressure, that is when the liquid and vapor phase merge into each other, and again the pressure is noted when the liquid and vapor phase reappears to start again. Then the mean of that these two pressures will be the critical pressure. So in this way, in a single experiment, we can measure the critical temperature as well as critical pressure together, TC as well as PC. Then for the measurement of critical volume, that is VC, they say that it is much more difficult to determine critical volume of the gas experimentally. Directly we cannot measure the critical volume of a gas, because even a slight change in temperature and pressure at the critical point produces a large change in volume. Therefore, the most accurate method of determining the critical volume was given by Amagat. It consists of measuring the densities of the substance. Instead of measuring volume, we measure density. It consists of measuring the density of the substance in the liquid state and those of the vapor in equilibrium with it. Again, we can take a particular substance whose critical volume is to be measured, that is in the liquid state, and then we start heating it. There will be vapor phase in equilibrium with the liquid phase. We note down the density of the liquid phase as well as the vapor which is in equilibrium with the liquid phase, and then plotting these two densities against temperature as shown in figure this. Along this y-axis it is temperature and along x-axis density is taken. So initially the density, this is the density of the vapor phase and this is the density of the liquid phase. So what happens that at a particular temperature, initially the density of the liquid phase will be more and vapor phase will be low, or you can say zero. Then as we go on increasing the temperature, the density of the vapor phase goes on increasing and the density of the liquid phase goes on decreasing. Then there will be a temperature at which this vapor phase density and the liquid phase density merge into each other, and the point corresponding to C is that point, and corresponding to this temperature, this is the critical temperature, and this density at point D, this is the mean density, that is density of the liquid and density of vapor divided by 2. जैसा कि मैं कह रहा था कि शुरू में वेपर की डेंसिटी कम होगी और लिक्विड की डेंसिटी ज़्यादा होगी, और एज लिक्विड will goes on decreasing and density of the vapor goes on increasing. And we can also simultaneously plot this mean density, that is density of liquid and density of vapor divided by 2, and this will give you this dotted plot. So here this density value will be the critical density, and once we get the critical density, then we can find the critical volume. The density of liquid plus density of vapor are plotted against temperature. A straight line, as we have shown in the diagram, CD is obtained. The density corresponding to the point D in the diagram is the critical density, and then dividing the molecular weight of the substance by critical density, that will give you the critical volume Vc. And then after the experimental measurement of critical temperature and critical pressure and critical volume, we have a very important topic, very important article, that is Andrews experiment on critical phenomenon isotherms of कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. इसको दो तीन तरीके से कह सकते हैं. एंड्रयूज आइसोथर्म ऑफ रियल गैस कह सकते हैं, एंड्रयूज आइसोथर्म्स ऑफ पर्टिकुलरली कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस कह सकते हैं, किसी और पर्टिकुलर गैस के लिए भी हो सकता है, लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा जो हमने स्टडी किया है इस केस में, आइसोथर्म्स के केस में, द गैस टेकन इज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. So we will be here particularly discussing isotherms of carbon dioxide, CO2. What is isotherms? Iso means constant, term from temperature. So it was observed by Andrew that the effect of temperature and pressure on the volume of real gas, particularly we have taken the example of carbon dioxide, each time keeping the temperature constant at a particular volume, he measured the volume of carbon dioxide at different pressure and then plotted the volume against pressure along y-axis and volume along x-axis at constant temperature. So variation of volume with respect to pressure at constant temperature is known as isotherm. Such a plot of pressure versus volume at constant temperature is called isotherm, and these isotherms of carbon dioxide have been shown in this diagram. 2.3 isotherms of carbon dioxide. You can see that along y-axis it is pressure and along x-axis it is volume. There are different temperatures, keeping the temperature 13.1 degrees Celsius, then temperature 21.5 degrees Celsius, 31.1 degrees Celsius, 32.5 degrees Celsius, 35.5 degrees Celsius, and then 48.1 degrees Celsius. Keeping at different temperature, the variation of volume with respect to pressure for carbon dioxide have been studied and then plotted. आप यहां पे ध्यान करेंगे कि आपको लग रहा है कि एक तरफ हम कह रहे हैं कि these are isotherms and we are giving the different values of temperature 13.1, 21.5, 31.1, 32.5, 35.5, 48.1. So where we are keeping the temperature constant. So you can focus that this, if we discuss this plot A, B, C, D, all along this curve A, B, C, D, temperature is kept constant. So this is a particular isotherm. A, B, C, D is a particular isotherm, and then E, F, G, H is another isotherm, and likewise. So we are for plotting a particular graph between pressure and volume, we are keeping the temperature constant. So this plot A, B, C, D. Now we shall discuss a particular plot in detail, and then simultaneously another plots will be similar to that we will be discussing, that is A, B, C, D plot. So we start with this plot A, B, C, D. At point A, it is carbon dioxide gas because the pressure is low, keeping the temperature 13.1 degrees Celsius, volume is quite high. Now, as the pressure is increased, carbon dioxide gas is compressed and volume decreases along the path AB. There is a drastic decrease in volume up to point B. Now at point B, what happens? Now some changes starts taking place. All along this path AB, only gaseous carbon dioxide is there. But as and when it reaches the point B, then liquefaction of carbon dioxide gas starts, and therefore the volume decreases abruptly along the line BC. And all along this plot BC or this line BC, two phases, liquid carbon dioxide and gaseous carbon dioxide, exist together. And then on reaching at point C, liquefaction of carbon dioxide is completed. And after that, along the plot CD, up to this will be, there will be only liquid phase, and pressure has very little effect on the volume of a liquid. Therefore, you can see that we increase the pressure to a very large value, thus even then the change in volume is very small. So I again repeat, at point A only gaseous carbon dioxide was there. We start increasing pressure, volume goes on decreasing, that starts compressing. At point B, liquefaction of carbon dioxide gas starts, and then along the line BC, liquid carbon dioxide and gaseous carbon dioxide both exist together. And then at point up to point C, there is a abrupt decrease in volume because of liquefaction of carbon dioxide gas. And at point C, almost the liquefaction of carbon dioxide is completed, and after that from C to D, only liquid carbon dioxide gas exists, and therefore pressure has very little effect on the volume of liquid. Then the next plot, next isotherm EFGH, we increase the temperature. When we increase the temperature, then somewhat higher pressure will be required for liquefaction of gases. Again, parallel, similar to ABCD plot, at E there is only gaseous carbon dioxide. Then as we increase the pressure, it goes along EF. At point F, liquefaction of carbon dioxide gas starts, and then along the FG, gaseous carbon dioxide and liquid carbon dioxide exist together, and liquefaction of carbon dioxide gas is completed at point G, and after that point G, only liquid carbon dioxide is there. So plot ABCD and EFGH are almost similar. The only difference is in this length of this horizontal line. Here it was BC was large, then FG is relatively smaller. At somewhat more higher temperature, this will be further smaller, and then at a further higher temperature, that is a temperature of 31.1 degrees Celsius, this horizontal line vanishes just to a point here at point P. And then after that, further higher temperature 32.5, 35.5 and 48.1 degrees Celsius, keeping these different temperatures which are higher than the critical temperature of carbon dioxide, that is 31.1 degrees Celsius. We have only gaseous carbon dioxide, though we can increase the pressure to a very high value, but the liquefaction does not take place. As according to the definition of critical temperature also, we have discussed that this is the temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied howsoever high pressure may be applied. And as the critical temperature of carbon dioxide is 31.1 degrees Celsius, therefore above that temperature, if we keep the temperature higher than 31.1 degrees Celsius, carbon dioxide gas cannot be liquefied. So this is all about the isotherm of carbon dioxide or the, you can say that this isotherm of real gas. Now, one more thing along with this topic is sometimes asked, that continuity of state. So continuity, in case of continuity of state, we can again have this diagram, 2.3 figure, and we see this dotted line starting from this point small a, then small b, small c, small d. What is happening here at point small a? It is gaseous carbon dioxide, and then keeping the volume, you can see that this is the volume here, carbon dioxide, यहाँ भी वही volume है, and likewise the volume, keeping the volume constant. If pressure is increased, here pressure was low, here high, further high, further high, further high, and so on. So if we go on increasing the pressure, temperature goes on increasing. At point A it was 13.1, then 21.5, then 31.1, 32.5, 35.5, 48.1, and further higher. So all along this dotted line AB, there is only gaseous carbon dioxide. Then after reaching at this point B, now if keeping the pressure constant, you can see from here up to this, the pressure is same. So keeping the pressure constant, if we start cooling, that means we start lowering the temperature. Here the temperature is 48.1, then 35.5, then 32.5, then 31.1, then 21.5, and then 13.1 degrees Celsius. So if keeping the pressure constant here, we go on lowering the temperature or go on decreasing the temperature, then volume of carbon dioxide gas decreases. Here it is gas, here also it is gas, here also it is gas, and then at point C it will be liquid, and after that only liquid carbon dioxide will be there. So there is no transition phase where liquid and gaseous phase exist together. Up to a certain point, that is up to point A to B and then B to C, up to A, B, C, all along A, B, C, only gaseous carbon dioxide is there, and after that only liquid carbon dioxide exists. This is said to be having a continuity of state. So after this continuity of state, we start a very important topic. Rather, I will say that the most important topic of this unit, that is van der Waals equation and the critical phenomenon. We have discussed van der Waals equation in the first unit. Initially, we have the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to RT for 1 mole of a gas, or PV is equal to nRT for n mole of a gas. But that ideal gas equation is applicable only for limited conditions of temperature and pressure, that is when the pressure is low and when the temperature is high, only then that will be applicable. And as and when the pressure is increased or temperature is lowered, then those real gases shows deviation from ideal behavior. And therefore an equation was derived by van der Waals, introducing the two correction factor van der Waals constant A and van der Waals constant B. So using that equation, that is van der Waals equation, that P plus A upon V square into V minus B is equal to RT, that is for 1 mole of a gas, and if for n mole of a gas, that is P plus A n square upon V square into V minus NB is equal to nRT. So taking that equation, starting from the this van der Waals equation, we have to derive mathematical expression for PC, VC and TC in terms of van der Waals constant A and van der Waals constant B. So this derivation of PC, VC and TC itself is very important. Then numerical problems based on the values of PC, VC and TC, the three expressions we will be obtaining for these three van Waals critical constant. Numerical problems can also be there, and then further there is a relation between PC, VC and TC that gives a simple equation like ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation is PV is equal to RT or PV is equal to nRT, and that is PC, VC is equal to 3 by RTC in terms of critical pressure, critical volume and critical temperature. So van der Waals equation and the critical phenomenon. Now simply the van der Waals equation for 1 mole of a gas is P plus A upon V square into V minus B is equal to RT. On simplification, nothing we have done, just we open the bracket. So multiplying these, PV plus A upon V minus PB minus AB upon V square is equal to RT. Then multiplying this equation second by V square throughout we get. अभी मैं बात करूंगा कि हम कर क्या रहे हैं. We multiply this equation throughout by V square. So we get PV cube plus AV minus PB V square minus AB is equal to RT V square. And then dividing equation third, this equation which we get by P. P से हम divide करेंगे, it will give you V cube plus A V upon P minus B V square minus AB by P is equal to RT by P into V square. And then just rearrange that equation 4 in the descending power of V. तो मैं कह रहा था कि हम बताएंगे कि हम क्या करना चाह रहे हैं. Now we rearrange this equation in terms of V cube, descending power of V. Here it is V cube, then V square, then V, and this will be a constant. So this is an equation, cubic equation in terms of V. We get V cube minus B plus RT upon P, V square plus A upon P into V minus AB upon P is equal to 0. Now this equation fifth is a cubic equation in terms of V, and this can have different solutions or different roots. Now see again, this plot shows isotherms of carbon dioxide, rather theoretical isotherms of carbon dioxide. Just now we have discussed the practical isotherms, practically which type of isotherms we get in case of carbon dioxide. However, theoretically, this in case of practical case, it was just a straight line parallel to this volume axis, but practically it will have a curve, and which will be having maxima and a minima. So there will be three roots corresponding to this maxima, this minima, and this straight line portion. So using the appropriate value of van der Waals constant A and B and gas constant R for any constant value of T as used by Andrew in his experiment, the values of V can be obtained for different values of P. As we have discussed that the theoretical isotherms thus obtained are shown in figure this 2.4. These curves are similar to those obtained experimentally, we have already discussed, but the only difference is here, as I have discussed, that this is not just a straight line as is observed in case of experimental isotherms. Theoretically, it should be a curve. And therefore, for any value of P, it has three roots, all of which may be real, or one may be real and the other two may be imaginary. There are two possibilities, that these three roots, all the three roots may be real, or one root may be real, and naturally then the two roots will be imaginary. So it is observed that below the critical temperature all the three roots are real in a certain pressure range. This below critical temperature means 31.1 degrees Celsius. We are having three roots, one corresponding to maxima, then minima, and one is the mean. All these three roots here as well as here also 1, 2 and 3, all in all these two cases, or that is below critical temperature, they will be having all the values will be real roots. So below critical temperature all the three roots are real in a certain pressure range, and these values comes closer as the isotherms move upward, and at the critical temperature all the roots become equal, because then that curve will be no more there, or that straight line will also be no more there, that vanishes only to a point P. So all the three roots at critical temperature will be equal. So at the critical temperature all the roots become equal for a particular pressure. Above the critical temperature you can see that after this critical temperature 31.1 degrees Celsius, above this temperature 32.5, 35.5 and 48.1 degrees Celsius, all these are above critical temperature. So above the critical temperature for any value of P there is only one real root and there will be two imaginary root. However, we have to discuss only the critical temperature conditions. The three values of V or three roots of V become identical for a particular value of pressure P. Representing the critical volume by Vc, we have Vc will be the critical volume. So when the condition of temperature and pressure are critical temperature and critical pressure and critical temperature, then the volume itself will change to critical volume. So when V is equal to Vc, that is all the three roots at critical temperature will be equal to each other. So and that will be V will be equal to Vc. Now we again solve this equation. V minus Vc को इस तरफ ले आएंगे तो V minus Vc will be equal to 0. Then take Q, V minus Vc raised to power 3 will be equal to 0. And then expanding this simple expansion of A minus B cube will be A cube minus B cube minus 3 AB square plus 3 A square B. So we get V cube minus 3 Vc V square plus 3 Vc square V minus Vc cube is equal to 0. And at the critical point, the terms P and T may be replaced by critical values Pc and Tc. Thus, equation 5 may be written as, this is equation 6. Initially, we got the equation 5 here in terms of normal volume, pressure and temperature. So, this equation 5 will be V cube minus B plus, we put Tc in place of T, Pc in place of P. So, wherever T is there, we replace it by Tc, and wherever P is there, we replace by Pc. So, equation 5th will become V cube minus B plus Rtc by Pc, V square plus A by Pc into V minus AB by Pc is equal to 0. Now, comparing the coefficients of equation 6th and equation 7th. So, at critical point, equation 6 and 7 must be identical. Hence, the coefficients of similar powers of V must be equal in both the equations. Thus, we have 3Vc will be equal to B plus Rtc. आप देखेंगे इक्वेशन 6 जो है ये थी, यहाँ V क्यूब वहाँ भी V क्यूब, तो इनका तो दोनों का कोफिशिएंट है 1, अब हम ले रहे हैं वी स्क्वायर के कोफिशिएंट। वी स्क्वायर का कोफिशिएंट यहाँ है -3vc और इसमें क्या है -b + RTC / PC। तो माइनस माइनस दोनों का कैंसिल हो जाएगा, वी विल गेट 3vc = b + RTC / PC। फिर हमने v के कोफिशिएंट्स कंपेयर कर लेते हैं। तो यहाँ है a/PC और वहाँ है 3vc², सो 3vc² = a/PC। और फिर जो कांस्टेंट टर्म है वो है यहाँ ab/PC और वहाँ है वो vc³। सो दीज विल गिव यू द कोफिशिएंट्स ऑफ v², v and constant. Now simple tricks. Dividing equation 10 by 9. Equation 10 is divided by equation 9. So vc³ upon 3vc²। लेफ्ट हैंड साइड को लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से डिवाइड कर देंगे, राइट हैंड साइड को राइट हैंड साइड से डिवाइड कर देंगे। राइट हैंड साइड में था ab/PC और इसको a/PC से डिवाइड करेंगे तो इट विल बी PC/a। ये PC से PC कट जाएगा, ऐसे a कट जाएगा, vc² से ये स्क्वायर कट जाएगा तो आपके पास सिर्फ बच जाएगा vc और 3 इस तरफ आ जाएगा। यू विल गेट vc = 3b। दिस इज वन ऑफ द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर क्रिटिकल कांस्टेंट। इट इज द वैल्यू फॉर vc क्रिटिकल वॉल्यूम, vc = 3b। सिंपलेस्ट है ये आप याद रखेंगे। उसके बाद पुटिंग दिस वैल्यू इन इक्वेशन 9 वी गेट, ये इक्वेशन 9 थी, हमने किसकी वैल्यू निकाल ली, vc की वैल्यू निकाली है। यहाँ पे vc = 3b, हमने इसमें वैल्यू रख दी 3 × vc²। vc कितना है 3b, तो 3b²। राइट हैंड साइड एज सच a/PC, so 3 × 3b² will be equal to a/PC। और जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई, PC will be equal to a/27b²। PC को इस तरफ ले आए और ये 27b² इस तरफ आ जाएगा, तो PC will be equal to a/27b²। दिस इज अनदर एक्सप्रेशन for another critical constant PC. One is for critical volume, this is for critical pressure. Now putting the values of VC and PC in equation 8. Here this is equation 8. हम यहाँ पे VC की वैल्यू 3b रख देंगे, यहाँ PC की वैल्यू जो हमने यहाँ पे निकाली है a/27b², ये हम रख देंगे। Putting these values in equation 8, we will get 3 × 3b b + RTC अपॉन, ये हमने किसकी वैल्यू रख दी, PC की जो वैल्यू यहाँ पे निकाली थी a/27b²। और जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई कर लें, 9b विल बी इक्वल टू b + RTC × 27b² ऊपर चला जाएगा अपॉन a, और दिस विल बी 9b और b इस तरफ आ जाएगा माइनस, तो 8b विल बी इक्वल टू RTC × 27b² by a। Therefore TC will be equal to 8a upon 27RB। So this is another expression for critical constant। अब आपको ये तीनों रिजल्ट्स क्या कि VC = 3b, PC = this expression we got a/27b², and then PC = 8a/27RB। ये तीनों एक्सप्रेशन आपको हमेशा याद रहना चाहिए। उसका रीजन है, एक तो जब भी कहीं न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स अगर होगी तो उसमें डायरेक्ट आपको ये रिजल्ट, डायरेक्ट आपको ये फार्मूला, ये इक्वेशन जो है यूज करनी होगी। सबसे पहली बात तो है ये। दूसरी चीज रहेगी कि अभी जो इससे नेक्स्ट हम एक छोटा सा डेरिवेशन ले रहे हैं, इस डेरिवेशन में भी हम डायरेक्ट PC, VC और TC के लिए जो वैल्यूज है उनको हम डायरेक्ट यूज करेंगे। और इसके अलावा एक और डेरिवेशन हम लेंगे, रिड्यूस्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ स्टेट, वहां भी हम PC, VC, TC की डायरेक्ट वैल्यू यूज करेंगे। तो आपको मैं कहता हूं, चाहे रात को 12 बजे उठा के भी पूछ ले भाई VC कितना होगा 3b, TC कितना होगा 8a/27RB, PC कितना होगा a/27b²। ये एकदम से आपको क्लियर कट होना चाहिए न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए भी, और उसके बाद जो ये अभी हम रिलेशन डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं इसके लिए भी। ये रिलेशन है, रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन क्रिटिकल कांस्टेंट्स PC, VC एंड TC। अभी PC, VC और TC के लिए जो हमने डेरिवेशन लिया है, दे आर इन टर्म्स ऑफ वंडरवाल्स कांस्टेंट A एंड B। Now we will eliminate these van der Waals constant A and B, and we will get a simple equation in terms of critical temperature, critical pressure and critical volume, like that of normal pressure, temperature and volume. अब इसके लिए एक चीज ध्यान दें, अगर तो वो कहता है कि ड्राइव रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन क्रिटिकल कांस्टेंट पीसीवीसी एंड टीसी, और ये मान लो आपके एग्जाम में 1 से 1.5 या 2 तक नंबर का रहता है, तब तो आप ये सीधी वैल्यू यूज करेंगे, डायरेक्ट वैल्यू यूज करेंगे पीसीवीसी और टीसी की। और अगर यही क्वेश्चन 3 या 3 से ज्यादा नंबर का रहता है, 4, 4.5, 5 नंबर तक का भी अगर रहता है, सो फर्स्ट यू विल ड्राइव द वैल्यूज ऑफ वीसी, पीसी एंड टीसी, and then further we will extend this expression. So to obtain a relationship between PC, VC and TC, we have to eliminate A and B from equation 11, 12 and 13 as follows. आपके पास 11th इक्वेशन में था कि VC is equal to 3B, तो उससे आ जाएगा आपके पास क्या कि B will be equal to VC by 3, and then putting this value of B in equation 12 and equation 12 here, दिस PC इज इक्वल टू A अपॉन 27 B स्क्वायर, तो अब यहां जस्ट B की वैल्यू रख देंगे, तो PC विल बी इक्वल टू A अपॉन 27 B स्क्वायर, तो B की वैल्यू कितनी है VC बाई 3, तो VC बाई 3 और उसका स्क्वायर, सो दैट कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल टू A अपॉन 3 VC स्क्वायर, और A विल बी इक्वल टू 3 PC VC स्क्वायर। तो हमने A की वैल्यू निकाल ली, आपके पास आई 3 PC VC square, A is equal to 3 PC VC square, and B is equal to VC by 3. Now put these values of A and B in this equation 13th, that is for the expression of critical temperature. So we get TC is equal to 8A, A की जगह आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा, A is 3 PC VC square, ये यहाँ पे आप स्क्वायर करेंगे, ये 3 PC VC सिर्फ लिख रखा है, it will be 3 PC VC square, और नीचे 27R और B की जगह कितना आ जाएगा VC बाई 3, और TC विल बी इक्वल टू, अब आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा, ये 3 ऊपर चला जाएगा, 9 हो जाएगा, 9 से 27 कट जाएगा, 3 बच जाएगा, तो 8/3 R बच गया। VC से एक VC कट जाएगा, ये VC स्क्वायर है, मैं बार बता रहा हूं, यहाँ पे करेक्शन कर लें, इट विल बी VC स्क्वायर, तो यहां बच जाएगा PC और VC, तो TC विल बी इक्वल टू 8/3 PC VC बाई R, और जस्ट हम इसको रीअरेंज कर दें, PC VC एक तरफ रख लिया, सो PC VC विल बी इक्वल टू 3/8 R TC. So this equation is usually asked, that drive the equation PC VC is equal to 3/8 R TC, where the symbols have their usual meaning. P is critical pressure, V is critical volume, TC is critical temperature. अब आपके पास ये जो हमने डेरिवेशन लिए हैं PC VC TC के लिए, और एक जो इक्वेशन ड्राइव की है PC VC is equal to 3/8 R TC, इस पे बेस्ड आपके पास न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। एक न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम जस्ट मैं डिस्कस कर रहा हूं, उसके बाद जो सोल्व्ड एग्जांपल है एज वेल एज अनसोल्व्ड एग्जांपल, दीज ऑल आर फॉर यू फॉर डूइंग होमवर्क। बड़े सिंपल से क्वेश्चन होंगे इसमें, बाकी सारे पैरामीटर्स आपको दिए हुए होंगे, एक कोई पैरामीटर हिडन होगा जो आपको निकालना होगा। सो फर्स्ट न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम इज, the van der Waals constant of CH4R A is equal to 2.25 atmosphere liter square per mole square, and B is equal to 0.043 liter per mole. Calculate its critical constant. Critical constant means you have to calculate PC, VC and TC. तो जैसा मैं कह रहा था कि इन तीनों के लिए आपको एक्सप्रेशन जो है वो याद होने चाहिए। तो सबसे पहले तो गिवन है A की वैल्यू आपके पास दे रखी है, B की वैल्यू दे रखी है, सबसे सिंपल एक्सप्रेशन है VC के लिए, VC इज इक्वल टू 3B, जो भी B की वैल्यू इसका 3 गुना कर देंगे हम, 3 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया जस्ट, सो दैट कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल टू 0.129 लीटर पर मोल। देन नेक्स्ट PC, PC इज इक्वल टू A अपॉन 27 B स्क्वायर, PC इज इक्वल टू A अपॉन 27 B स्क्वायर। तो अब यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, A की वैल्यू रख दी 27, और जो B की वैल्यू फिर से दे रखी है उसकी वैल्यू रख दी, उसको सोल्व कर दिया, दैट कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल टू PC दैट इज इक्वल टू 45.07 एटमॉस्फेयर। एंड देन नेक्स्ट इज फॉर टीसी, फिर से ये फार्मूला आप डायरेक्ट में बार बार कर रहा हूं भाई, ये फार्मूला आपको याद होना चाहिए। टीसी विल बी इक्वल टू 8A अपॉन 27 RB, सो दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 8 इंटू 2.25 अपॉन 27 इंटू 0.028। तो ए की वैल्यू हमने जो दे रखी वो रख दी, आर गैस कांस्टेंट है उसकी वैल्यू हमने रखी, और बी की वैल्यू आपको दे रखी वो वैल्यू रख दी, आपके पास फाइनल रिजल्ट आ जाएगा। इसी तरह से वैल्यूज डिफरेंट हो सकती हैं। ए बी की वैल्यू दे दी, आपसे पीसी वीसी टीसी की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करवा ले, या टीसी वीसी की वैल्यू दे दे, पीसी की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करवा ले, एंड लाइकवाइज। सो कुछ सोल्ड एग्जाम्पल हैं, और उसके बाद आपके पास कुछ अनसोल्ड प्रॉब्लम दे रखी हैं। ये सब आपके लिए होमवर्क होगा।